Forgot to change my thing. There you go. Yo, what's up, chat? It's good grammar. Good tracks. It's a good try. It's good phase. It's good. It's good MSD. Good Zalo. It's good Cozy. It's good Astro. My boys. My boys. Alright, let's see. First game on. I thought I'd throw a sock. I don't know if you guys watch or any of you guys here watch me. And I think when I started, I think it was like season 4 or 5. I used to rock this skin every game. This right here used to be the signature Younghumor skin. Yes, sir. Younghumor in the shop. My boy. My boy. It's good, noob. I'm not gonna lie, my fingers are a little bit cold. There we go. I'm struggling right now. I couldn't even change my thing I wanted to. Sweaty football skin? Ah, dude, I'm from the US, man. We call it soccer. Nothing else. I have the PC that I use in my description if you want to check out the one I got. I don't even know what my specs are, but they're on that. You could see for yourself. Kid above me. Let's go bullets. That one kid's mad though. That dude gets fried. I get my heels off. Sunray Renegade Raider. Oh, I ended up selling that account a long time ago. I had it for like 2 months and then I yeeted it, I guess you can say. I literally had that glitch. It wouldn't let me shoot my shotgun. Oh, shoot. There we go, boys. There we go, boys. So where do you get my paddle from? What do you mean? What do you mean? Said you haven't got to play Chapter 2. Is it good? I think it's pretty good. I like it a lot better than the previous season. I think most of the community would agree with that. Most people would agree. It's good, Billy. I'm 18, man. Youngin. Plus, nobody had an assault rifle. Maybe I'm blind. No, here it is. Alright, not a bad start. Not a bad start. We got 4 kills off the start. Oh, let's go. I freaking love the P90. Okay, let's go with this. It's good, James. So when your old man called old humor? Most likely, dude. Seems like the logical route to take. But I don't know. Like, I'm kind of curious. What do you guys consider old? Like, at what age is someone old? Or is it just relative? Say 80. Yeah, 80's pretty old. I'd say 40, 50. My parents are like 50, 51, 52. I don't even know what I would say is old. I don't know. 40's not too old. Not too bad. I would say in like the 65 range is when you getting that old. That's what I would consider, around the 60, 65. They said, what do I have binded on my paddles? I have jump, build, edit, and confirm. That's the 4 that I have. Let's go some free minis. Whoa. Bro, this guy just likes to do 90s. Typical PC player. You try suicide too. Bro, I'm telling you, these... Okay, I'm telling you, chat. The people that you play... For those of you guys who play on console, this is what it's like to play on... Or against PC players. They just crank 90s. Like, that's like their favorite... Like, they don't even crank 90s. I think 90s more console. But they'll do, like, high ground retakes. For, like, 15 stories. And then... Until they're out of mats, or you get third-partied, and then that's when the fight ends. Toxic, man, I'm telling you. No one likes to take shots. Nay. So who likes watching basketball? Honestly, I like watching the games. I haven't watched a basketball game on TV in a long time, but I've been to. I think I've been to like 3 games. I remember I saw. I'm from Virginia, so I see the Wizards. I saw them play. I saw them play the Clippers when they had Chris Paul and DeAndre Jordan was on the team. I think Blake Griffin. Yeah, Blake Griffin too. And I saw a playoff game where they were playing the Celtics. And that was back when Isaiah Thomas had his like best season. And he was going off. And then I saw another game. I'm trying to remember what other one did I see. Or maybe I've only been in 2. I feel like I've been in a 3rd one. I can't remember. The scariest movie you've seen is Barney. Dude, I've honestly never even seen Barney. Only from what I've heard. Oh, I wish I got a boot. I've honestly never seen a scary movie. I've never seen one. I'm just not a movie type person. So I've never gone to see. I don't even remember the last movie I saw in a theater. I'm honestly trying. Oh yeah, I remember I saw this one. It was like 3 years ago, and I don't even remember what it was called. But it was like some action movie or something. It was actually pretty good, but I haven't seen a movie in like 3 years. 3-4 years. Yeah, it wasn't the Avengers, but that's actually a pretty good movie from what I've heard. I'm not really into that type of stuff. No, dude, I haven't watched a game. Like I said, I haven't watched a movie in 3 years, 3.5 years. I just don't watch movies. Not my thing. Is it because I'm gay? That's facts, man. Facts. I got a cyber powered PC. You can see the PC I got in my description if you want to see exactly like the specs or exactly which one I got. What's good, 60 FPS? Oh, I freaking love that name. 60 FPS in a dream. I freaking roast one of my friends. You probably see me play freaking Sovereign Dreams. I just roast him every single day for having 60 FPS. Like every day. Every day I'll just say some dumb comment about how he has 60 FPS, how trash he is. That soccer's a young sport. I'm telling you, I played soccer since I was like, I don't even remember, 2nd grade, 1st grade. I played all the way up to high school, but I kept getting injured, so that's why I quit. But soccer's definitely my favorite sport. The people you play against in soccer are mad toxic, though. I'm not even gonna. I can't lie. Some floppers. Instead of my getting the PS5, I'm gonna get the new Xbox. Just for the sole reason of the controller. I like the controller a lot better. So that's why I'm gonna get the Xbox instead of the PS5. PS5 is definitely gonna be a good option. Bro, these are PC players. Look how much. Look at these PC players. I think it's trashed. This guy. Oh my. I've got this mecha, we're good. This dude cranked like 50. This guy probably burned through like 500 materials. My goodness. I appreciate it, Asan. I think that's how you say it. My bad if I mispronounced. Appreciate it, my man. Do I like chocolate women? Not my type, man. Not my type. Oh. Oh my. I'm going to make it off. I'm grabbing this, Alright, dude, peace out, bullets. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna be streaming for a little bit. I ain't going nowhere. He said I said the N word on stream. Yeah, you gotta show me a clip of that. I've never done that. I'm sure. So how do I get 0 ping? Honestly, oh buddy. Bro, how many grenades this guy got? I don't know if you guys could, for me personally, it really depends where you live, but Fios has always been the best internet. It's just spamming at me, dude. Kill yourself. Fios has always been the best internet for me. Yeah, suck that. Fios internet has always been the best. And then I got Ethernet, so. And then also, ping can depend on where you live too, how close you are to the servers. Then that kid had literally no mats. Yeah, I gotta punch up on this hill. No one's got mats. Frick, mate. Frick. Oh, let's go. Let's go, boys. I think my ramp's turned. There we go. GG's. Actually won our first game here. So play some arena. Honestly, I do like arena, but I'm more of a pub stomper. Just some background beats. Honestly, yeah, I feel like most of the stuff is copyrighted though. I need to find some shit to throw on. I agree, man. I agree. Next game. 1 for 1. We 1 for 1. Drop my phone. 1 for 1, baby. Do a video on how to win more box fight. I made a video a little bit. I didn't have that many views. But you could probably find. I think I've done 2 videos on box. Just type in like Younghumor box fight tips or something. I've made 2 that are pretty good. I think. Check it out. So Chase, you said am I Asian? No, I'm white. 100% white. No, I don't play claw. I play with the elite. Elite. Where did I think I went Pleasant last game. I think I'm gonna. I kind of want to go Slurpee, but at the same time it's hot drop. I don't really want to go there. It's gonna be heads. It's gonna be heads. Yeah, I'll probably just go back to Pleasant. Let's go back. It's good zest. I know we're Burnley, and I have no idea. No idea. So do I play sports? I mainly just play basketball and I skate. Nowadays, I used to play soccer for a long time. That's why I used to like back in my old. For those of you who watch my my old vids, I used to rock this skin every game. Used to rock this every game. Soccer was just my thing. But I just got injured, so I don't play it no more. Fortunately. They're over Manchester? Yeah. It's in Spain, right? Pretty sure. I forgot this chest. I'm gonna turn on my fan. It's kind of actually. Let me. I'm gonna turn on my fan. It gets too hot. Crack my door. There we go. So what's my best skate trick? I don't really know like what people mean by best, but my favorite trick is 360 flips. Whoa, this kid's pop on minis. Heck no. I'm gonna grab this chest. But I love to do 360 flips. That's my favorite trick. All time. I feel like that's one of those tricks that I'm just never gonna lose. I've just done so many times. Freaking love it. So what's my favorite soccer? Honestly, I never watched professional soccer. I never did. Hey, I appreciate the $2, Austin Davis. You said, could we run some duos, bro? My gamer tag, Velo season. I'd be down once I do a stream for like Zone Wars. If I do a stream for customs, I'd be 100% down. I'll make sure to sauce that invite. But I usually only play with my friends because I don't really have too much time outside of like streaming and making content. Because honestly, I didn't even wake up till like 1 o'clock today, and then I had like 2 hours. I started like getting content for my next video. I think I'm gonna do like a high ground retake video tomorrow or something along those lines. Some like building tips. So pretty much, I get up, you know, think of my next video idea. I stream like I'm doing now, and then afterwards I work on my next video till like 10, 11 o'clock, and then I talk to my friends. Fortunately, I don't have a ton of time. Said high school hard. Dude, high school is mad easy. Like that is the easiest thing in the world. Okay, what is the hardest sport in your opinion and the gayest sport? Well, dude, I'll tell you right now what the gayest sport is. Actually, okay, what's the hardest? Okay, hardest sport, I would say either MMA or boxing. I would say that would rank among the hardest sports to play, in my opinion. MMA or boxing. As far as the gayest sports, okay, so I gotta tell you guys a couple stories. So I go to the gym every day, right? Well, I kind of had surgery on my ankle to get it fixed. So I haven't been in the gym in a week, but other than that, I go to the gym every day. I play basketball, And I go to the restroom sometimes. Cause after I play basketball, like, my hands get a little dirty, so I go wash my hands before I put on my shoes. Cause I wear white shoes, or a pair of my shoes are white. So whenever I'm wearing those, I go wash my hands first, so I don't get dirt all over my shoes. I go to the bathroom, and I'm telling you, these swimmers that I see in the gym, like I remember I went into, like I remember I was walking so when you walk into the restroom, right, you turn right to go into like where the stalls are and the urinals, the sinks, and then you turn left, and then you have like the locker room area. I remember I turned left to look in the locker room area, and I see a full swim team there. I'm like, okay. I look over, and it's like, I think they're like high school guys. I think they're like freshmen, which, I mean, they're freshmen, but I look over, and I see the entire swim team sitting there with their legs crossed like a bunch of like feminine girls. And I'm telling you, every single time I go to the restroom and I see swimmers, they like, sway their hips when they walk, and they talk in like this high-pitched voice. So I don't know if it has anything to do with swimming or anything, but man, the swimmers that I see where I live are total sus. I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys go to the gym. I mean, does that happen where you guys are too? Like, are the swimmers just like utter like? I swear the swimmers are gay where I live. All of them. I swear. Like it's so cringy. It's so cringy. They be like giggling and like laughing and like poking at each other they're in the bathroom. Like that's so gross. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. So you already know. As soon as I wash my hands, I'm out the bathroom. I'm back in the gym shooting hoops or something. I can't. See, the thing is, you don't catch these swimmers in the weight room. No. You never catch them in a weight room. You catch them in the swimming pool. In their thongs, and oh, it's just gross. Like seeing a bunch of dudes walking around in thongs is just so emasculine. Like I can't. I don't know. Yeah, yuck. Yuck. Is it how many wins in Chapter 2? I don't even know. I think I have like 22 or 23. Semi-homophobic. The thing, okay, homophobic is a made-up word. I'll tell you why. So homophobic, right? Homo means man, fear, and phobic means fear. Like, to say someone's homophobic means they're afraid of men, which doesn't make any sense. If you think I'm like afraid of gay people or something, that really doesn't make any sense. But the thing is, if I walk into a bathroom and I see a bunch of dudes with their legs crossed, walking past me in thongs, I'm gonna feel a little bit weird. Like, I'm just not, you know what I mean? Like, especially, I don't know if you guys go to the gym, right? But sometimes you walk into the gym, you see a bunch of old people. And when you see these old people, like, these old people, they don't care. They do not care. I mean, they're in their 70s, they don't even, I mean, they'll walk around naked in the bathroom. Slong hanging out, just walking across, just airing it out in the middle of the bathroom, in the middle of the locker room. It's pretty gross, but it's just weird, man. It's weird. I don't know. So homo means same? That doesn't make any sense. What about homo sapien? That doesn't make sense. Same sapien? That really doesn't make sense. It depends on the origin you're taking it from. But I don't know. The bathroom in the gym is a very interesting place. Very interesting place. I've never been to a women's restroom, so I don't know if they have similar encounters with old women. But man, the men in the gym bathroom just walk around with their dongs hanging out, just airing it out in the middle of the locker room. They don't care no more. So Scuff, yeah, Scuff is pretty good. I used to have a Scuff. I don't know, I had like a few complaints with it, but I don't know if like in the newer versions they fixed it. So I'm not 100% sure. If they changed the few things that I had concerns with, I would recommend it. But if you play the PS4, I think that's pretty much your only option. But if you play it with Xbox, I'd recommend a Elite controller over a Scuff any day of the week. I do like their thumbsticks more though. No, I'm not in BH no more. I don't know why this guy was spamming at me. Alright, they get a big pot off. Change your banner. Yeah, I'm actually getting my banner changed pretty soon. I talked to BH Flash. I'm having her fix one up probably within the next week. So yeah, I'm actually changing everything up. Let's get to that big pot off. This is our big pot. That dude literally just hit me for 100 from low ground. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Did I sound like Anthony? Anthony who? Yeah, I honestly do like my logo. I'm gonna have something designed like somewhat similar. I'm not sure exactly. I was trying to think of a design, and then Flash is gonna help me out and make it for me. So I'm not sure exactly. I might as well get one of the med kits off of 4 HP because I got another 3 right here. Why not? It said, your opinion on mobile with Xbox or PS4 controller? Honestly, it would be pretty dope. It wouldn't be like fair, but I think it would be a cool thing to do. Like, be able to use it. If they were able to do that. I feel like that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I'm honestly pretty excited about the new Xbox because they're going to bump up the frames. From what I heard. I think they're going to bump it up to 120. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. Seems like it would be pretty... a lot more smooth to play on, I guess you could say. So do a settings video on all types of... What do you mean by that? That dude just got spammed. there goes the short again. Ah, we're in the run. We're having a good day today. Having a good day today. Hey, appreciate it, Ripper. Appreciate the sub. Hey, baby, spam season. Spam season. Hey, a win's a win. Any means necessary. So I'm gonna tell you how many wins so far. I've won one game. This is my second game. So if I win this one, it'll be 2 in a row. I'm just gonna rotate over to zones. Still three people left. Hey, so what's my real name? My real name's Jacob. Yee. Give respect to the bots that try. That's what I'm saying. Show some respect. Those kids are. I'm trying to rush somebody, but I don't know where they are. Yeah, that edit was kind of goofy. That edit was kind of goofy. Right, come on. This is my game to win, chat. Okay, these are the last 3 guys. Only one. I think he's trying to get off a bandage or something. There we go. I hit him for that guy was weak. I hit him for 24 in that last shot. Oh, GG's, man. Said warning aim assist. GG's, man. Good game, good game. So why did I choose the name Younghumor? I didn't really choose it. It was a so like I used to grow Instagram pages, right? That's what I did before YouTube. And there was this page I bought. It had like 80,000 followers or whatever. It had the name Younghumor on it. And I was like, I bought it with a friend, but I couldn't think of any other name to change it to. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it. And then I said, screw it. I'm just gonna make my YouTube the same thing. So that's why I kept the name Younghumor. The story of Younghumor. The origins. So, can you do a video tips? Yeah, I'm doing a high gun retake video tomorrow actually. So if you want to see that video, definitely slap on the notifications because I'm gonna post it tomorrow. You don't want to miss that. You don't want to miss. When you see a YouTuber TTV in your name and your username, you know you're dead. I feel like on PC, I run into a lot of people who have the TTV, YouTube, tryhard type players. Definitely a lot more try-hard players. I'll say that for sure. So do you remember that in season 6? It sounds familiar, but dude, that was so long ago. That was so long ago. I've probably forgotten. Long time ago. I mean, I'd be down to play Gronky. He's never responded to any message I've ever sent him, so he's just doing his thing, I guess. On his own grind. Let's go blacktops. Blacktops. I made a settings video a couple of days ago. If you want to see my settings or my full settings, I made it like 3-4 days ago. No, I'm not in BH anymore. Nah, I left like a week ago. Let's go. Full shield off spawn. One of the best feelings ever. Best feelings. Should do a video on boosting FPS for console. I don't know how. I don't think you can, because like the thing about PC, right? Is you have a lot more settings. You just like a lot of different things. You have like different applications, things like that. But with console, it's just console. There's no like. There's not much you can do really. Hard reset it. About it. Upgrade consoles. Like PC is a lot more that can cause FPS drops or boost. Console's pretty straightforward. Not really much you could do there, man. You said it's okay if I call you by my real name. It'd probably be better if you call me Young. It would make more sense. I think I heard somebody else shooting. Somewhere. Young is a young guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I ended up getting the battle pass. Actually, a friend gave it to me. Otherwise, I wasn't gonna. Oh no, flip. Yes, sir. I got you. So I killed Sway. Gave him the work piece. Give him the work piece. No, I'm not on EU. I'm on a. I'm on East Coast, United States. Here are the next victims. So how do I reset so fast? How do you reset fast? Well, I guess on what's it called? On PC, you have your scroll wheel, and you can do other things like that. Console, I mean, you just have to, or yeah, controller. Just gotta get used to getting it fast. Not like any secret. Just getting comfortable with your binds. So Visco girls be like, "Young, can I have your autograph?" I wish. Oh, dude, that's so whack. I should have had both of them. My aim is so goofy right there. I'm from Virginia. Zest. Oh, the fish only gives you... That's goofy. It only gives you a shield if you have full. Yikes. Should you say a low sense is bad? Well, it depends what you mean by low. For most people, my sensitivity that I have right now would be considered on the low side. I bumped it up. Yeah, I'm on a 7 now. So I guess that's kind of like an average sense, I guess you could say. So the thing about PC is expensive to have good graphics. I mean, not really. I mean, it depends what you mean by expensive. PC I got, it cost... I paid like $1,100 for it, plus tab. It was under. I paid under $1,200 for sure. It was like $1,100 something. But for PCs, that's actually pretty cheap because most PCs that you hear about, they've been like $2,000, $3,000. And my PC runs it really well for $1,100, pretty good deal. So almost on max. I got a friend who plays max sensitivity. But he's got a way lower building, so you can control it a little bit more. Yeah, I got a lot of friends that like higher sense. I prefer the low. I've always liked a lower sensitivity. I feel like my aim is just a lot better. Just love you too, Hassan. Alright, back at you. So a 7.6. Yeah, I was playing on a 6.5, 6.5, and I decided to raise it to a 7. I feel like my aim is just... It just wasn't quick enough in certain spots, so I had to raise it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm a fan of the new season. I like it. I enjoy it. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna grab the chest on this bridge. Hopefully I can get a big shield or something. So do I have a job or no? I do YouTube full time. I'm 18. I'm full sending on YouTube. So Screw what's it called? Screw college. We're doing YouTube. So do I decide on the keyboard? I was looking a little bit yesterday on it. I was checking it out. I actually did. I don't know. I feel like I'd probably still go with the Ducky though. I still would. I think the monitor you're saying it's actually a really good alternative. But I really have to look keep looking into like the exact like differences and which is gonna last better in the long run. So I thought I was in college. Yeah, screw college, man. Screw it. Garbage. I think college is a big scam. A lot of reasons. It says, is 172k subs enough for a living? It's not about subs, it's about views. But I live with my parents. If I wanted to live on my own, I mean I could. So I mean, yeah, you could say I could live on my own with this. So I could. Only told me about the RK61 because you were just starting out. You're not wrong about that. It's definitely a little bit cheaper. I'd agree. College may be garbage, but it's expensive garbage. I think that's the most expensive thing you could buy. Literally. So it's besides a house, that's probably one of the most expensive purchases people make. And they make it at 18. I think that's crazy. You're gonna make a $50, $60, $70,000 decision at 18. Like, okay, here's the ironic thing. People make a 50, 60, 70, maybe even $100,000 decision at 18, but yet have never even made $2,000 in their life. They've never saved $1,000. Oh, okay, buddy. How did I know that was gonna happen? How do I know? I had a feeling I was gonna get sniped when I was beaming that kid. But it is kind of interesting to think about that someone would make a $100,000 decision. Because I mean, even if it's like a 50 or 60,000, it's still interest. You're probably gonna be up to 60 or 70. That people's gonna make that kind of decision at 18, but yet has never even had a job. Most of which has never even had a job. Scam for certain degrees. I agree, man. If you're going for like an engineering or something like that, then it actually would probably be worth it. I would say. But then again, you still have to look at the unemployment rate. It's still 30%, even for those who do get engineering degrees. Which eventually they probably would find a job, but they're still struggling for the couple years, depending on how long they find a job. If you go for these liberal arts degrees, if you're going to college just because you're going to college, you don't even if you're going to college because you don't even know what you want to do, or you're going for like some degree that's paying under for. If you go to college for a degree in a job that pays under 50,000, I think you're wasting your time. Wasting your time, I would say. Say try trade school. Dude, I honestly would never recommend trade school to anybody, ever. Because here's the thing, right? So trade school is like the trades. If you're talking about like electric work, you're talking about plumbing. And the reason I'd say you never want to do these jobs is because of the people who work them. Let me give you an example, right? So yeah, you can go to trade school for 2 years. A lot of times they pay for it, to be honest. So, you know, go to trade school. I'm not saying every trade, but most trades, this is how it works, right? So you have the 2 years you go to, and you can actually make like 89. You can make good money. But everyone that I've talked to in these fields, like the electricians, talked to someone in the plumbing, the people who work those jobs are all heavy drinkers, heavy smokers. They all hate their lives. They're just the type of people you wouldn't want to be around, is what I'm trying to say. So as far as the job aspect, it's actually not bad at all. I mean, you're making good money for maybe 2-3 years, maybe 4 years, but you're not paying that much at all for trade school. But the people you're hanging around are just, it's just not good, dude. They're just the people you don't want to hang around. You don't want to hang around a bunch of drinkers. Because if everyone you know is a drinker, you're gonna become a drinker. It's just what's gonna happen. So that's why I say don't do it. Not for the aspect of the job, because of the people who work it. Just like talk to people who are electricians. They're all drinkers. I tell you, every single one's a drinker. I don't know one electrician that has worked that kind of job does not have some sort of issues or does. I don't know anyone who's done like electric work per se that doesn't do any sort of drugs or alcohol. I don't know one. So that's my personal opinion. For anyone who cares. So I think more people they choose things without like looking at the big picture. It's not all rainbows and sunshine. So would I say 660 is bad? Personally, I think that's just I wouldn't go anything lower than that. I would say. I think that's kind of like the lowest I would ever go personally. I like 6.5. So wish me luck. I graduate in 2 years. I don't know what I want to do. You mean like high school or college? I think everyone's in the same boat, man. Not alone in it. Everyone's in the same boat. No one really knows. Near high school. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. I mean, honestly, the best bet, if you don't really know what you want to do, don't go to college. Like, take a year off. Do research. Highly recommend. Because, I mean, like, what's the race? You know what I mean? Like, what's the race? The thing is, it's not about just, like, not going to college because, like, you don't really know. The thing is, it's not like because college is free. Especially if you go to university. I mean, you're paying $15,000. That's a $15,000 decision. You know what I'm saying? Said, dude, for I have no clue what I want to do. I'm freaking lost. Dude, I feel you on that, man. Shoot, the thing is, I didn't want to go to college, and I kind of already made up my mind. Even before I did YouTube, I already made up my mind I wasn't going to do it. I just think it's garbage. As if you do go to college, go for a degree that at least pays $50,000. At least $50,000 a year. Because here's the thing. People say, like, you want to do what you want to do. But the thing is, it doesn't matter what you do. Eventually, you're going to burn out. No matter what. I think so. So what are you gonna do if YouTube fails? Try again. Honestly, dude, I'll do anything not to work another job for someone else. I don't care if I'm making 15, 20,000 a year. I don't care. I don't care about making money. Say, bro, most of young people in this chat are gonna have a rude awakening when you don't get lucky and have parents to take care of you. And you find something like you. Yeah, that's honestly true. Because, I mean, I think I saw a statistic where the average person doesn't even have $1,000 in their bank. So unless you have parents that pay for your college, yeah, you're going to be in a pretty bad spot. See, if I wanted to go to college, my parents would pay for it because my dad put himself in a position. The thing is, my dad never even went. I think he went to college, and I think he like dropped out or something. He dropped out. I think he worked for Scholastic or something, like that book company. And then he went to the military. Then he came out and now he works a job and he makes crazy money doing what he does. And the thing is, same here. Like I like my dad never had a college degree, and then I'm not gonna have a college degree. Yet still make more money than the average American based on statistics. Which is not saying that to brag, but the thing is, you don't need this whole notion that you have to go to college to make money. If me and my dad both didn't have to do it, then thing that says you don't have to. There's more ways around it. So it's sad that college costs. It's not that college costs. It's the college. Because okay, here's why college is so expensive, right? This is how it works. So the government makes federal loans, like the student loans you get, they're federally insured, right? So they're guaranteed. So if someone writes you a $100,000 check to go to college, you have to pay it off. And student loan debt is the only debt that you can't be forgiven of if you go bankrupt. So even if you go bankrupt, you're still held by that student loan because it's federally insured. But if you do look at, so since it's federally insured, that's how the prices get jacked. Because if it's federally insured so they're guaranteed the money, so why not charge whatever they want? And if because people will get, told they have to go to college, right? So even if the prices are $100,000 a year, people are still going to go because they've been told their whole life they have to go. And that's what the problem is. So if the government didn't federally insure, because like think about it, someone who lends out money, would never give an 18-year-old who's never had a job $100,000. There's no one in the world who would do that. But if the government backs it up, they would do it. So that's where the issue is, because they're guaranteed the money. That's why that's where the issue is. If you want to look at it, the problem is it's not that college costs money, because the thing is nothing's free. So if college were to be free, who pays for it? It doesn't. Like, who pays for the professors? Who pays? The thing is, if college is free and it's federally insured, then they can charge $100,000 and people have to pay for it. The thing is, why do I have to pay for someone to go to college that I never went to? I do not find that fair. Like, why should someone steal my labor for a decision I never made? Find that morally wrong. Because when people say healthcare needs to be free or this and that, the thing is, nothing in the world is free. So if it's free for someone, somebody has to pay for it. Everything has to be paid for. Because the way that's how economic works. Because the way people make money is they make money based on an economic value they produce, right? So someone who works as a doctor will make more than someone who works at McDonald's because they produce more economic value. So they make more money. That's just kind of the whole concept of how it works. Oh, it's got the zone. But money doesn't grow in trees. It's crazy. Said ping spirits gotta be the things that you feel control. Yeah, there's so many things out of my control. Like the taxes. I'll tell you right now, I pay $14,000 a year in taxes. I pay taxes again next month. I pay 4 times a year. So as of next month, I would have paid $14,000 to the government in taxes, which is insane. I'm not gonna say exactly how much I make, but for the amount of money that I make, I'm paying way too much. I'm paying 14 grand, which is crazy. I already paid too much. Because my money goes to useless stuff. No, I agree. It's how you react to what happens. I agree. I do agree. Say, can I kill him? No, the thing is, okay, here's the thing about businesses. I think that's funny, right? So I own my own business. When I own my own business, I have no benefits. I pay the most taxes. And I have the most risk. Let me kill this guy real quick. I'll explain what I mean. It's hard to screw single people with no kids. Yeah, dude, I agree. Because here's the thing, right? If someone works a job, so this is how the taxes work. If you work for somebody, they will pay half of your, I do believe it's Social Security and Medicaid. They pay half of it, right? So if you work for yourself, you have to pay the full amount, which I don't know the exact percent. So I think I have to pay an extra like 7 or 8% because I work for myself. So I already have that I have to pay for. I have no benefits. The only benefit I get is if I spend money, I can write it off my taxes. But if I spend $1,000, I probably get back maybe like $200. And the thing is, the money that I'm getting back, or that I'm spending, it's like for the business. So it's not for like personal gain or anything. It's not for anything like that. So I'm getting back small percents of what I'm spending to grow a business. if you work for someone, you can get benefits like healthcare. You can get benefits like all that type of stuff. Things I know job security. Like, say if my YouTube fails tomorrow, like then what? You see what I'm saying? Oh, this just getting fried. Let me grab this if I can make it. So the degree I want pay 200K, but I go to school for 5 years and I don't enjoy it. So that's kind of the decision you have to make for a lot of things, I guess you can say. What are you feeling? Because I think 5 years is a long time for this. Kind of benefits. I mean, there's a lot of like legal things that I don't fully understand. So I have someone do my taxes for me. Something I know very well. He said I have 2 kids, made 57K last year, and I got back 2.6K from last year. If you made that, they will rape you. I'm taxed. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I made just over 50. So I made a little bit more than you, just a little bit more, and I got screwed for 47K. Or not, no, what am I saying? I got screwed for 14K. I lost 14,000. I think I made... Yeah, I pretty much made just about as much as you did, but I had to pay 14,000 in taxes. And the thing is, I don't know if I'm getting anything back. I don't know yet until I pay. The thing is, I might even have to pay more at the end of the year. That's how high of a percent I have to pay, which is crazy. Since as you said, I hit a crazy trick shot. Heck yeah, dude. I got a few friends who do trick shotting. I never really got... Oh, screw this kid. I never really got into it, but I've seen some crazy shots, man. I've seen some crazy shots. So what is my business? Just YouTube. Oh, dude, no freaking way. I like popped this kid twice. How much HP this guy have, dude? I can't see. I'm triggered. Dang, I can't believe I lost that kid. Lost that guy. I did the math for getting back 20. Dude, heck no. I'm not getting back no money. I have to pay almost 30% of my money in taxes. So if I can live anywhere, I live in Texas. I live in Texas. If I lived in Texas, I would save $3,000 to $4,000 a year in taxes if I just lived in Texas. Just for living there. So how's my business YouTube? I get paid through AdSense. That's how I have to make. That's how I make my money. Yeah, dude, Texas is the move. Freaking love that place. Never been, but that seemed to be pretty good. Appreciate it, Quell. No, I've never played tournaments, man. I've always been a pub stomper. I like pubs. There's a few states with good tax law. The thing is, there's a lot of states. The way taxes, it's hard to explain. It depends what you're doing, and like what you have depends on tax. Like for instance, in Virginia, I have to pay taxes for my car, but if I lived in Texas, I wouldn't have to. And if I lived in Texas, I wouldn't have to pay state tax, but I have to pay state taxes here. But the reason why you could even out the taxes, if in Texas you own real estate, they have a really high real estate tax. So if you own property there, that's when you would even out. So if you don't own property in Texas, you get huge tax benefits. You live there. Move to Sweden? No, sir. I've never been though. I don't know the politics of Sweden. I actually don't know. Oh, we got that crisp landing, baby. We got that crisp. No, I've never played Destiny 2. I was gonna make cute lands on that. I've had some friends that said they didn't like that game, so I never gave it a try. Is how do I make my game bright? Could be a few things. Like the way my monitor is and the way I have it set up, it's a lot brighter. And if I play on PC, it's a lot brighter. It's like a few factors. And why it shows the way it does. You start living in Cali if you make under 100K. Yeah, dude. If you live in places like Cali or New York, like those cities, New York City, if you live in like LA, if you live in San Diego, yeah, there is no middle class. Like if you make under 100K, good luck. You're not going very far. Middle class isn't you in places like California and New York. You're either rich or poor. Here you're either rich or poor. So the politics are eh. I wonder what their income tax is. Probably crazy. Isn't PewDiePie from Sweden? I'm pretty sure. So how do I grow YouTube? Hold on. That was a straight W key if I've ever seen one. YouTube just takes a lot of time. You just have to... That's kind of like a learn thing. Just figuring out what works, doesn't work, stuff like that. Time grab you. Just said what internet... so what internet line? I use Verizon. Fios. Use Fios. And also, ping does have an impact where you live. Because if you live in like a state like Texas, where you're like in the middle, even if you have a really good internet speed, you're still going to get like 30 ping because you're far from the server. So if you live closer to the server, that also has an impact too. Like where your internet is or stuff like that. So I started YouTube years ago. I had made about $700 off YouTube. That was back in the day. So it's not because you have kids. Me too, excuse me, not having time. I remember back in the... That's before I did YouTube, but I know that's before they had like a crazy like ad pockets where they had... I think they had like some ads on like terrorist videos or something. So they had like big companies back out and they had like all these like strict requirements on getting monetized. I think you made a lot more back then. But I mean, YouTube is definitely time consuming. I'm not gonna disagree with that. Especially on the type of content you do. If you do like vlogs, if you do... It really depends on what you do too. But I'm not gonna disagree. It definitely takes a lot of time. I don't blame you, man. So it's hard now to get monetized. It's not even that hard. I think it's kind of easy in a sense. Not like mad easy, but I've had friends who've had to wait 6-7 months after they got in the requirements, and that's where the issue is. Just that waiting period. It could take a month, 2 months, 5 months, 7 months, a year. Who knows? It's crazy. So what up and down? I'm not sure. I think I got... think it's 300. I think. I want to say it's 300. I'm not. Quote me on that. Showed them in South Africa. Put in 200 ping. Almost 1,000 wins. I don't know how. I could not play in 200 ping, man. Heck no. You're a legend for that one. Oh, let's rotate. Let's get his zone. Yeah, I don't have any colorblinds, but there's actually a good. Some people use this colorblind if you want to. Some people put this on. That's a pretty good colorblind people put on. So I used to make 20 bucks off of like 400 views. Dude, I freaking wish. I'll tell you how much I make. I make $2.50, $2.40, $2.70. Around there. It depends on the time. Because like December you'll make more. Like a higher CPM. Around like when summer starts you make a higher CPM. But it's usually like $2 and like $2.50. I make that per 1,000 views. Like if I made as much as you did, I would be balling some crazy 6 figures right now. I'd wish, man. I would be in there. I would. Bro, oh my. That dude literally just beat my freaking life. Oh my god. Dude. That dude just freaking lasered me. My goodness. That dude literally just cracked my shiz. Oh my gosh, dude. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. I appreciate it, Cobra. That's tough. That dude didn't miss a single. That dude did not miss a single shot. If I had this dude's bloom every fight, it would be over. It would be over, chat. 25 bombs, 30 bombs. Yeah, he shot straight to my soul. I started YouTube like a year ago. Like a year and a couple months. Just over a year. Yeah, I'd drop a fat 20 bomb if I had that kind of bloom. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You said Prototype 5. Protanope. Dude, honestly, if you just look at these names, I don't even know how to pronounce a single one. Trinanope. Proteanope. Dertenanope. I can't pronounce any of these. I'm sorry, chat. So I remember your first video with more kills or something. I actually made a few videos before that, but they were just. I mean, they were like a Battlestar video. It was something. It was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. All right, come on. I don't know why that guy was. Actually, where was it? Pleasant. I don't know. I don't know why this guy rotated over. Who knows? Yeah, since there's no like mobility, like launch pads or something, people have some weird rotations. They be coming from some weird angles. Oh, I'm telling you. It's not like I'm like salty and or pleasant. Like 5 people rotate. Dude, I don't know. I feel like after like for me, if I go salty, I always rotate to like to the middle. But people, I never really see too many people rotating as salty. Like I guess like the zones like right here, for instance. then sometimes you get like one team. But the thing is, people rotate so late in this game. That it's just you don't know where the people are. Yeah, I should probably try a tournament or two, but I don't know. IDK. So how much do I make? I make like something in the ballpark of like $2.50 per 1,000 views. I haven't checked my CPM in like a couple months, but it used to be something like that. And then how many channel views do I have? I have just under 24 million. So if you do the math, $2.50 per 1,000 views, 24 million views. Do the math. Plus you got to think about taxes too. So that's not exactly how much I make. Oh, that dude's 1 HP, man. Hey, okay, I appreciate that, Daniel. Yeah, if you guys haven't yet, smash that like on that stream. Smash it up, baby. Oh, heck no. Damn, I took my head off. Yeah, this kid's not gonna move. I can get some grenades. Triggers. Alright, let's get rid of this guy. I know they both don't have a shield. I got it here, brother. Oh, how do I know that was gonna happen? I feel like I'm dead. Oh, I closed the door, dude. I don't know how I got that angle on him. No. I should have killed the guy in front of me. Thought him shooting at me. He was literally 1 HP when he got that shot off. Flip. Flip. That's all good. A World Cup aim. Last season I did. After I changed his aim assist, my aim's kind of goofy. My aim's a little bit goofy. So my highest game in solo, I mean it depends if you mean solo or solo squad. Like in a straight solo game, maybe like 23-ish. Solo squad, I've dropped 230 bombs. Back in the day, back in the good days. So how much do I make a year? I've already only been doing YouTube for like a year and like 3 months. I already told you how much. How many views, how much I make. Let's go Pleasant again. I had some good luck there. Except for that that dude freaking aimbotted me. Aimbot. Grab me a snack. This thing's like a oatmeal cinnamon sugar square. Would recommend. Pretty good. Pretty smart. You said your high school game is 9 in solos and duos is 11. Yeah, I think it's easier to get high kills in squads. Because you have teammates and stuff, and solos you're kind of just by yourself. Definitely makes it a little bit harder, you could say. So your highest caliber is 18 in solo. Yeah, that's actually a pretty solid game. I remember the first time I dropped, I think it was like 17 or 18 kills. It was like the first highest high kill game I had. Man, I was sweating so hard. Also, I think I was playing squads too. A couple friends. I just went off. No, I've never been to Cleveland. Let's go find some people to push. That dude's gotta be weak. So what do I always play? So I played a little bit of duos on my stream before at the end. I was playing with one of my friends. So not always. Most of the time I do. I like this loadout a lot, actually. Let's go. Cheat. Oh, shoes. Let's go. Nah, I'm not in BH no more, man. No BH house. Ooh. Alright. Hopefully the same thing where I had some kid rotate last second and yank my chain. Man, it's like there's no rockets. I thought one of them had at least a couple. I appreciate it, Assault. Said, Bo, you grind for another team. I haven't really thought about it too much. I've been kind of just doing my own little thing. I don't know if I will. Said I play any Batman. I think I played one. I think it was Arkham City or something. I'm pretty sure I played one of those. Pretty sure, man. It was a pretty fun game. I enjoyed it. Whatever game it was, I'm pretty sure it's Batman Arkham City. If I had to guess. That's cranking some 90s. Typical PC play right here. Man, I know this guy was on PC because that fight took way too many materials. Or not PC, I was on a keyboard and mouse. Typical. Said you knew it. What's up, KY? Honestly, like this new map. I'm a fan of it. The only thing I would prefer if they had like a extra mobility or something along those lines. But as far as the map, I do like it. Oh, I couldn't get the freaking thing out quick enough. Alright, let me pop on this thing. Said does higher FPS? Yeah, FPS is like everything, man. If you ever play on high FPS, threw him into that trap. Sitting there by my oatmeal cinnamon bar. So young guys still use Instagram? Nah, man. Screw Instagram. Trash. The reason why I stopped is because I had a page with 200,000 followers, and that got disabled for literally no reason. So I didn't want to make a new page because it was gonna happen again. Because the thing is, if I got banned on something for something I know I did wrong, then that makes sense. But the thing is, I got taken off of Instagram from that page for something I don't even know like what I did. So I knew if I was going to grind Instagram again, it was probably a waste of time because I was going to lose my page again. So that's why I went to YouTube. So as long as I'm not making conservative content or anything Trump related, I'm not going to get banned. Because these lefties control the social media. Speak any truth and you get kicked off. Lose your page. Where everybody at? So I don't use social media anymore? Honestly, no, I don't, man. I don't use social media. I mean, I use, of course, like here I'm on YouTube, but as far as like, I don't even use my personal account really. Maybe like I'll post once a month, just like some random stuff. Like it doesn't really, like nothing important. I just don't have any reason to use social media. I can't believe I got that shot on me. That's why I don't. I think I made. See, the thing about Instagram, you make a lot of your money from. If you have your own products, you've grown your brand or something along those lines, that's where you can make a lot of money on Instagram. But other than that, it's not really that good for monetization reasons. I think I made like $2,000. So basically, I used the money that I made from Instagram to make YouTube, to start my YouTube, like to buy my Elgato, to buy my monitor, Final Cut, all that good jazz. So pretty much, the purpose of Instagram is basically just to start my YouTube, which at the time I wasn't the goal, but kind of what it turned into. So. My boy Forrest. Oh, come kids behind me. Freedom of speech. That's what I'm saying, man. Freaking libtards controlling the social media. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. Oh, caught this dude. Because here's the thing, right? So say, because people want me to do a face reveal, but here's the thing about face reveal, right? If I make a face reveal and then my name's out there, so say if YouTube were not to work, right? And I wanted to get a job. Say I want to get a job at a bank. Say if I want to get a job in a marketing. Here's the thing, right? If my face is out there, of course my employer is gonna, try to look me up and see, this and that. This and that about me, but here's the thing. Kid's a tryhard. Oh, come on, dude. I literally couldn't get that freaking edit off. Ah, oh, come on, dude. I would have been fine if I didn't choke that edit. Oh my. God, that third party was annoying. But here's the thing, right? So, if I do a face reveal and my name's out there, say if I want to get a job, say if, 5-10 years from now I don't want to do YouTube anymore. So that happens. I can literally be hindered from my job for the opinions that I have, because we lived in such a leftist controlled society that it's only freedom of speech if they agree with what you're saying. So if I say that I don't support gay marriage and companies see that, I can literally be fired of my job for that, because they can consider it hate speech because I have a disagreement of opinion. And you've seen this dude named Frank Turk. He's like apologetic, but thing is, he wrote a book on it, right? He worked at, I think he worked at Bank of America. He literally got fired from his job because his name was tied to the book. The book literally just talked about his opinions on it, and why it wasn't a good thing. And the thing is, they didn't even read the book, didn't do anything like that. They had him fired because of it. And you see this all the time. You see censoring on YouTube. You see these conservative channels getting kicked off for making fun of these leftist propaganda, Democratic people. These, I guess the next presidential candidates. And you have, what's his name? Beto, whatever his freaking name is. He went on. They had like a Democratic debate, which I'm glad. I hope none of you guys watched. It was a bunch of garbage. But he went on there and he asked a question about. He asked it. There was a question from the audience, and they asked if he became president, would he tax institutions that opposed same-sex marriage, right? So if churches, anything like I guess a mosque, because Islam doesn't support that. So. And yeah, he said yeah. And he said yeah, they should be taxed. They should lose their tax exemption. And that's straight fascism. To say that another person gets taxed for a disagreement of opinion. Because they don't agree with things. So that's why, and that's kind of where the direction we're going, right? It's the other thing, like, I don't really care if gay people get married, but the problem is when they want to say gay marriage is a right, and they want to put that in churches. And they want to go to the church and say, if you don't let me get married in your church, I'm going to, like, shut it down. I'm going to, sue the church for not supporting my right to get married. And that's where the problem is. It has nothing to do with getting married. This has nothing to do with being gay. It has something to do with the institutions that don't support it, like churches and, people who hold those traditional values. So that's where the issue is. And that's kind of where we're going. If you oppose it, you get taxed more. If you oppose it, it's just fascism. That's just what it is. Because if you just look at any sort of argument, because everything's about religion. If you look at it, the religion that's being pushed today is the religion of sex, right? So if you look at any argument that's getting pushed to the table, abortion, bathrooms, gay marriage. If you look at, they're all about sex. Every single one. It's all about gender, all about sex. You see, gender. You have people who believe that there's like 10,000 genders, and if you misgender someone, it's violence or whatever garbage they're trying to push. That's just a sad world we live in. I'm sorry. We're going downhill. Pretty good debating. Now, honestly, the thing about debates, I think debating's pretty stupid. Because here's the thing. Okay, say if something's true. Okay, so say if something's true, right? So, I believe Christianity's true, right? So if I believe it's true, and someone who, is an atheist, right? Who's been an atheist their entire life, ask me questions about my faith. The thing is, if I don't, because if I'm new to the faith and I don't really know too much apologetics, if I don't know exactly how to defend all the questions, it doesn't make them right. It just means I don't know about that specific question. That's why I think debates are kind of stupid in a way. It doesn't really get to I think they can be good when it comes to people who really know what they're talking about. But if you just ask someone new to something about something, I think it's good to question, and I think it should lead the person to like really question what they believe. But it doesn't really mean that they're wrong because they don't know how to defend what they're trying to say. So that's what I have to say about that. Because okay, here's the thing, right? So when I say America's going downhill, I'm implying that there's a standard, right? Because when they call like the leftists and they call this, like gay rights and all that stuff, they call it progressive, right? The thing is, they say it's progressive, but to what standard are they progressing to? I mean, it could very well be regressing because there has to be a standard. So if you say it's progressing, then what standard are we implying that it's right? Is what I'm trying to say. That's what see, your friend's Muslim is pretty cool. Dude, I know a lot of pretty nice Muslims. I know a lot of them. Not that I agree. I completely disagree with all of their, or not. I would say every. I disagree with some of the philosophy that they talk about in the Quran. But that doesn't mean, because here's the thing, you don't judge. How else to put it? You don't judge a group of something. So like you don't judge Christianity based on the people. So like if you have a bad experience, right? So say if you have a bad experience in church, you don't judge Christianity based on the people. You judge it by the philosophy. You judge it by what it says, if that makes sense. And that's why I disagree with the Quran, because it talks about a lot of hateful things. It's very violent towards a lot of things, and that's why I disagree with it. Not that it has nothing to do with Muslims. It has to do with the philosophy of what they're saying. So that's why I disagree with a lot of things in Muslim. Just for instance, just one of I don't think it's okay to beat your wife or to strike your wife, and the Quran says it's okay to do it. Just for that, there's like a lot more you can go into. Like if you look at Muhammad's life, he had sex slaves. What else did he do? Sex slaves. He married a 6-year-old girl. I mean, that's just pedophilia. I don't know how you can beat around the bush and say, you know, it's okay as long as she's, you know, done with puberty. But I mean, she was 6, so I don't know how you can argue that's moral or correct or on something that you should base your life on. That's why you have Islamic terrorists. They based all of their beliefs strictly on the Quran that talks about these things. That's why I disagree with it. That's why I disagree with it. I think it's wrong. So if you just look at countries, every single politics, everything, they're all based on a religious belief if you think about it. So if you look at Canada, you look at the United States, they're all founded on Christian beliefs. If you look from anything from free speech to freedom of religion, you know, free will. Because think about these countries, you have the Islamic countries that believe in Sharia law. Their politics are based on strictly on the Quran. And if you look at our values today, they're strictly based on Christian values. Like the ability to have free will, the ability to do whatever you want to do. As long as it's under law. As long as you're not... So basically in the US, Canada, there is laws on hate speech. Which, the only way I can see it's going to go downhill. But as far as the United States, you can do whatever you want to do as long as it doesn't harm anyone else. As long as it doesn't affect anyone. That makes sense. As long as you're not a threat or posing any threat to someone. But here's the thing. They try to twist the language is what they're trying to do. So they're trying to say that for me to say that I'm a Christian, I don't support homosexuality, they're trying to say it as it's violence. They're trying to twist it. Because that's the only way they can justify it. They try to twist the definitions. So that's what happens if you look at the Holocaust and you look at Hitler. The reason why they were convinced, they convinced people to kill the Jews because they convinced people that they weren't human. That's how they were able to do it. They said they weren't evolved, and they were under-evolved. So that's why they did it. They justified it by twisting the definition of what it actually is. And if you look at cannibalism, they do the same thing. They look at the other tribes as not human. So that's why they justify it. They're twisting definitions. So people twist the definitions of the Quran, like in what way? You say, what about Christianity though? Christianity says that slaves should submit to their lord. Okay, the thing about that is, if you want to argue about the slavery, the thing is, okay, the slavery in the Bible, I think you're referring to, what book was it? I think it was Exodus. The thing is, in the Bible, when you're confusing slavery from the United States from slavery back in this historic times. Because in the historic times, slavery, it was voluntary. They volunteered themselves. It wasn't forced. They weren't uneducated. They weren't what's the word? It basically was voluntary. They volunteered themselves. Because if you look at the modern world, you have a thing as bankruptcy. There was no bankruptcy back in the day. That's why I said the borrower is slave to the lender. Because I mean that's true today. I mean you work a job to pay off your debts. That's it was voluntary. It wasn't a forcing. You're confusing the slavery that happened in the United States with a couple hundred years ago, where it was forced, they were beaten, they were completely abused, which is completely wrong, unjustifiable. So. Oh, let me get this dude. That was literally my last mat too. Let's go, baby. That's why. Quran against what? Islam is not bad at all. See, okay, think about Islam. Right. See, you judge Islam based on the philosophy. You don't judge it by the people. So because some people create terrorist acts doesn't mean you judge it by that. But the thing is, you look at the philosophy and you look what it teaches and it teaches exactly that. That's why it's bad. I mean, the Quran strictly says to fight the unbelievers. It literally says that. Forcing a hard labor by Pharaoh. One of the Bible's verses. What verse is that? The thing is, I'm just saying there has to be a standard. Am I against gays? No, not at all. Not at all. But then, what do you mean against? That's what I'm trying to say. Because if you're trying to twist the word hate and the word against, I don't think you can. I don't know what you mean. Do I think it's a sin? Yeah. Do I hate them? No. It has nothing to do with that. You said it doesn't say to fight. People spread, but it's not true. I'll have to find it. I'll put it up again. But either way, it does say. But if you just look at the life of Muhammad, he did have sex slaves. He did. I'm trying to get the zone. But he did do all these atrocious things that we would look. I mean, he was just a pedophile. If you look at it. I mean that can't be reasoned with. I mean, you can try to say, if a woman hits puberty, then it's okay. But she was 6, so I don't understand how that makes any sense. And the Quran says to look at the Bible. So and the thing is, okay, the thing about the Quran, it's historically incorrect, right? The Quran is the only book in history that says Jesus didn't die on the cross. Romans agree, Greeks agree, Christian historians agree. Everyone agrees but the Quran. The Quran is the only book that says Jesus didn't actually die, which is historically, because here's the thing: if you have 8 or 9 different views or different historic documents that point to one thing and one thing doesn't, then you would look at the one thing that doesn't. Okay, that's wrong. So when you see that, then it doesn't make any sense. So I respect your opinion. I disagree, but I still respect you. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you want to disagree, I respect that too. 100%, man. I've nothing against anyone. That's it. So technically, you don't like that loving another same-sex person is wrong because what do you mean? What do you mean by love? What do you mean by that? Because love and sex are completely different things. So. This one's mad big for like 5 people. Well, I try to find some bandies. I need to find some bandages. But the Prophet didn't say to kill all unbelievers. I'm trying to remember exactly what the context. I remember. Plus, people used to marry at a young age. I mean, dude, she was 6. What father would let another man marry or have sexual relations with a 6-year-old girl? Granted, if they got married and the marriage is consummated at 9, still either 6 to 9 years old. That's still ridiculous. That's still immoral. Because here's the thing. What's the word? It starts with an S. Okay, sociology is how people behave, and morality is how people ought. Okay, here's the thing. So sociology is how people behave, and morality is how people ought to behave. Just because people did it in the past doesn't make it moral or doesn't make it right. Is what I'm trying to say. So just because someone did it in the past doesn't justify why it's right or wrong. But scientists made a research and said 80% of the Quran is right. I mean, the Quran says Jesus didn't die on the cross, but every historic document ever made said he did. I mean, the Greeks believed it, the Romans believed it, the Christian historians believed it. So why is that? And the Quran says to look at the Bible, so the Quran would have to say, look at the Bible, but the Bible is wrong. So that doesn't make any sense, is what I'm trying to say. So that's a contradiction. How can the Quran say to look at the Bible, but then the Quran also says the Bible isn't right about a lot of things? The Quran contradicts the Bible, so it can't be. That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't make sense. In so many different ways. So personally, you say you don't hate gay rights. But then what do you mean by right? Let's say, okay. So how do you think it's a sin because Christians? See, it's not about what I think. See, my opinion doesn't matter. See, okay, here's the thing. My opinion doesn't matter. So there has to be a moral standard. There has to be a standard to which we can look if it's right or wrong. Because otherwise, it's just an opinion. So that's like saying that what Hitler did was just an opinion. So there has to be a standard. So I have to say there has to be an objective moral standard. And it's just it has nothing to do with gay rights. I don't know what you mean by rights, because you have free will. You can do whatever you want. Like you're not stopped. I'm screwed. Dude, I should have rotated over, man. Appreciate it, Ferrari. So true, but a lot of Muslims have changed the philosophy of the Quran. What do you mean by changed? So like, what's the standard? Can I read Islam? You mean Arabic? No, I read English. You said it's not the sin to be gay. But yeah, that's true. See, you don't see homosexuality. It's an action. It's not because you have feeling. It's if you act on those actions is a sin. Being attracted to someone doesn't. It's not a sin. Acting on it is. They destroy Muslims' name. The thing is, I'm not judging a Muslim on what they do. I'm judging it on the book. I'm judging on the philosophy of it. They interpret it wrong. They translate the Arabic wrong. But the thing is, these issues that I'm talking about, they're not disagreed. But then, okay, if you say it's translated wrong, and so what about the Muslims who only speak or are born in the U.S. and or born in whatever country and only speak that language? So if they don't know Arabic, then they can't know what it actually says. But the thing is, if it doesn't know, if people who don't speak Arabic or can read Arabic can't look at the Quran, then what's the point? So how can they read it for themselves? How can they understand it for themselves? How can they come to the conclusion whether it's real or not? But in Quran, what is it? 424, when it talks about striking your wife if she disobeys, that's the actual translation. It literally means to strike. That's the best translation for it. Yeah, I agree. The thing is, when it comes to these like small What's the word? See, I mean, you can argue translations, but still, there's too many inconsistencies that would still make it false. Still falsify. Religious texts can't really be used, and they can't really be applied to modern times. One thing, you have to look at it in its context. Not that it can't be applied, because the Ten Commandments are still the Ten Commandments. They're still... They're still what it... We all have original sin. I don't really know too much about the whole original sin debate. I don't really know too much about that whole thing. But I know that in Catholicism, which I think is wrong, bad interpretations for a lot of reasons, they believe if you're not in the Roman Catholic Church, if you're not in the original church, as they say, not baptized in the original church, then you can't go to heaven. There's inconsistencies. Like what? Like what specifically is inconsistent? That's what I'm saying. Like what inconsistencies? There isn't any that I could name. They say, by the way, Muhammad married a 9-year-old for a reason, as a message from God. She was 6, dude. Let's go, Russ. Christians would never understand this. Well, the thing is, who can understand? So basically you're saying, if I don't know Arabic, I can't understand? Well then, what about the people in the US who are Muslims? Are they unable to understand it as well? Greek mythology? Zeus? I don't know too much about Zeus. I don't know nothing about Zeus. She was 9, not 6. I am Muslim. Okay. It's been argued that she was 6, but okay, I'll say, okay, the marriage was made official when she was 9. But I mean, you could say they were together when she was 6. But still, either 6 or 9, still that's way too long. I mean, any female's brain's not fully developed at the age of 9 or 6 years old, and it can even make a decision based on that. So no matter what point of view you look at any religion, one religion say the other one is wrong. The thing is, by definition of truth, only one thing can be true. And that matters, though, because then you have the issue of morality. What is moral? What is moral? That affects everything like politics and the way society behaves. Because like I said, the United States they're based on Christian values like free will and things like that. Back then, people married at a young age. What do you mean by back then? But then you still have sociology versus morality. Sociology is how people behave. Morality is how people ought to behave. So does that still make it right? Because I mean, back then in the United States there was slavery, but no one today thinks that's right. That's what I'm trying to say. What about Jehovah's Witness? I'm trying to remember what Jehovah's Witness has something to do with the, I remember that was Mormons. There was one that talked about some dude finding like golden plates in his backyard or something. I don't know. I'm not sure their whole thing about Mormonism, but I think that they believe some crazy stuff. They believe some crazy stuff. I should probably look into that. I don't know. Their stuff is crazy. It said, I'm not religious, but the fact is that Christianity do massively, which is why morals are based off. No, that's not true. Because what about before Christianity? What about before? So you're saying there was no morals before Christianity? That wouldn't make any sense. There had to have been. Golden pussy. I don't even know what that. Things that's like saying that people weren't moral before the Bible. People weren't moral before Christianity. That's just not true. People knew right from wrong before that. Morals came from Judaism, Christianity. I'm not sure exactly what that. No, what was it called? Like 2 days ago, some like Jehovah's Witness came to my house and was like talking about some stuff. You don't believe in Darwin evolutionary theory? Well, I mean, I believe that microevolution could be true on a small scale. Inconsistencies. If you do the math, it says Earth was made 6,000 years ago. Well, there's two people who do believe in the. Who do believe that's true, but I don't know. What do you mean by inconsistency? Inconsistency. Totally is bot. Yo, a couple games ago, there was some dude with this weapon that just fried me. I'm about to use this gun. How much damage did it do? 32? That's actually not bad at all. The theory of evolution. There's too many holes in it. Too many holes in it. Disagree. That dude really just sniped me. Frick, mate. Zodiac sign. Dude, I never got into that trash. Yo, this thing melts. It can be empirically justified with evidence. There is no evidence that a boat can be filled with every single. The thing is, when it comes to, let's see. Things I'd have to see what the evidence is. But the thing is, you still have to justify how the world came to be. If it all was just random chance, if it still all just came in from nothing. Because if you say it's because of evolution, if evolution holds weight, that still doesn't explain how everything. It still doesn't explain moral law. It still doesn't explain immaterial things like laws of logic. It still doesn't explain that. So I don't really know exactly how to answer that one, but it still doesn't explain many other things. I don't think there's in a boat. I don't think I can snag one. Bro, I literally can't get out of the water. No way, dude. Frick. This evolution doesn't explain how the Earth came to be. I agree. So moral law has changed, but that means it's subjective though. So you still have to say that murder isn't actually wrong. It's just your opinion. Which I don't think anyone can say. I mean, you have to say it if you believe that atheism is true. That murder is just an opinion. Killing babies is just an opinion. If there's no standard, then it's just an opinion. Then who's right? Why not do whatever? Wait, is there a way to swim fast in this game? So do I genuinely believe Noah's Ark? I mean, yeah, why not? Why not? I don't know too much history, like, specifically about that. I don't know, like, the evidence for it. I don't know everything specifically, but I know so many other things to be true that I have a good reason to believe it's true. We gotta get some dubs. I've been struggling the past couple games, man. I wonder where that one kid came out of the zone at. Kid who had the boat. Kid who got away. That was the first dude I'm trying to drop. Opinion on the world being flat? Dude, I don't know. I've heard some people still believe that the world's still flat. I don't know. I think it's kind of ridiculous. Like, you have to have more faith to believe the world's flat than to believe it's actually a sphere. I don't know too much about that. Said there was a Big Bang. The thing is, even if there was a Big Bang, what caused it? Because every scientist agrees that the world came from an origin. It came from one. It came from a point. You know, look at the expanding universe theory, discovered in the 1920s. Evidence like that. They all agree it came from a specific point. So the odds of the Big Bang, I think it's more than that. I don't know. You have to have more faith to believe that than to believe it came from something. Spin truth on a leftist. Yeah, dude, freaking, what's it called? All these platforms, Facebook, Google, YouTube, highly leftist. Highly leftist. Leftist areas. I'm saying the Earth's flat. I paid how much did I pay for my PC? I paid $1,100 to $1,200. Appreciate it, Clips. I got 4 people left. Easy dubs here. So why don't I use a keyboard and mouse? Honestly, it would be a lot, dude. It honestly would be a lot better. It would be a lot better. Because there's just so many things that like screw me over when I play controller. Like especially like if I like want to build and then like someone's in front of me. Like sometimes I accidentally have my bandage out and I gotta like press RB like 4 times. Versus on a keyboard, I just or keyboard and mouse, I could just click a button and it automatically pull out my shotgun. Would be a lot nicer. So how long did it take to save my money for my PC? I bought my PC in February. I already had enough money for a long time. But I decided to just hold off for a while because I was just playing on console. I didn't really see a need. I'm kind of in the middle of these players, man. Oh, that's the kid that ran away in the boat right there. That dude's spamming his heart out. I got no mats. Come on, let's dub this game. Let's dub this game. Let's go bullets. Earth a triangle? I agree, man. I think the Earth is a triangle. I agree. Your PC can hold. I mean, like, anyone's PC is gonna take a hard hit. I mean, it runs really good. My PC runs really good for all types of. Oh, come on, dude. I kind of hate how the RPGs or what is it called? They're green. Good, Gersey? Gersey? I said that wrong. Boy had the freaking goated editing courses. Ooh. I was wondering what happened to him, man. Gersey, he freaking posted a face reveal. I haven't seen his videos in a minute. Videos haven't popped up in my feed. Whoa. That kid's literally in a bush over there. Oh. Oh, bro, why was there a trap on that wall, man, or that roof? Why was there a trap on that? Oh my! Oh, this game, man. Dude, I don't know. Like, I swear, the players in this game do the most like illogical things, and it works. Oh my. Big rip, man. Big rip. That was a fat rip, man. Ah, dang it. It kind of reminds me back when I played on console for a while. I would literally die to the most confusing things. Like the players, like when I played on console, the times I died, like the players were so bad that it worked. I don't know if that makes sense. Like the players just like things that made so little sense that like it actually works. Yeah, I don't even know if they're skill based. It's hard to tell. Like I don't know how it's based, if it is. Also, I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't really know how this skill based. Not sure exactly how everything works. I'm gonna win a couple more games real quick. I'm gonna win a couple more games. Damn, like 5 of my friends text me. 2K. I haven't played 2K in a minute. I was playing a lot of 2K a couple weeks ago. I was grinding my player. Made a playmaking. Pretty much a playmaking shot creator. My guy's super cheese. Solo squad and try for a 20. Dude, imagine if I could. Imagine. So what's my overall in 2K? I have 2 players. I have one player that's a 93... Pretty much a 93 sharpshooter, and then my playmaking one that I'm working on. So I think he's like an 80, 84 or 85. I have all my shooting badges. I'm almost done with my playmaking. The skill-based matchmaking in solos. I kind of want to know exactly how their skill-based work. Like that's what I kind of know. So what shows do I watch? I honestly don't watch. I don't even have Netflix. I personally don't even... I don't know if you're in a stream earlier, but I haven't even watched a movie. The last movie I saw was... I think it was either 2.5 or 3.5 years ago. I don't even watch anything, man. I'll see if we can get a decent working weapon off this spawn here. Easy, baby, easy. I wonder where they get the nade from, though. Oh, that's exactly what I needed right there. Exactly what I needed. It's a new item shop in 5 minutes. I actually want to check it out. I wonder if they're going to drop anything new. Anything good. Anything good. Oh, I took my kill. That dude was so weak. Big bets. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wish they would put like a launch pad or like just like something that you can rotate a little bit faster. I mean, you got the boats that are pretty cool, but I feel like it just needs like something, just like a little extra something. My man really tried to get that off too. Oh, geez, I only got 2 kills. I feel like I had more than that. Oh, I didn't make that one guy weak. So what did they vault the launch pad? They vaulted a ton of things. They vaulted the launch pad. They took out the they took out chug splashes. They took out chug jugs. They took out some weapons. They took out a ton of things. They took out a ton of things. Bring back impulses. I remember when the impulses first came out, I had some crazy, like the not like the purple ones, but like the blue ones. Like back when they first came out, man, I saw some crazy plays. Some people hit some nutty plays. Now that I think about it, now that they took out they took out balance pads, jump pads, everything like that, I feel like a lot of the trick showers are pretty mad because that's what they used a lot. The people who trick shot in this game, they used a lot of bounce pads. Not really bounce pad. I mean, some of them did, but it was mostly jump pads, impulse grenades, and different things like that. "2 minutes item shop. Bring back boss." I honestly forgot about those. I forgot about that trash. I remember when they first came out, when people were playing tournaments with it, like the competitive playlist, and there was literally be like 20 ballers in the end zone, like 25 of them just like rolling around. I play in East Coast. Yeah, dude, I freaking hate it. Even when they nerfed it, like even when they nerfed the HP a little bit, it was still like annoying to deal with. I did not find it enjoyable. I don't think really anyone did. It was kind of like can't really beat it, so join it type of thing. Might as well use the ballers. Might as well. I feel like how it is with like a lot of these like planes and mechs. Like most people don't want to use it, but at the same time, it's just like so overpowered that you just like have to use it. Kind of have to. Yeah, but if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys smack a like on the stream. Helps me out a ton. It's a dark bomber. That's actually a really good skin. I was wearing it a little bit yesterday. I was rocking a little bit of it. Yeah, I love the heavy sniper too. I think with the like the purple and gold snipers they have now compared to like the green ones are in the game, they have a better. That's a fish. The bullet drop is less. I think it shoots more straight. That's what I heard. So item shop was a disappointment. Shoot, it usually is, man. Hey, every once in a while, every like couple weeks, you get some fire stuff. Usually is kind of dog meat. Yeah, Dom, that feels bad. That feels bad. Dude, they really nerfed so many items though. Actually, I'm gonna go zone. Screw these guys. They really took out so many things. So how do I feel about them adding AI bots into the game? Shoot, dude, as long as they're in my game, I want some easy kills. I'm not gonna complain. I'll take some easy kills any day of the week, baby. Any day of the week. So you said your phone's gonna die? No. No. If only they made the batteries a little bit longer. I think didn't they on the new iPhone, was it like the 11? They made the battery, I think, a lot longer, a lot better. I just play this guy like a played him for a fool. Yeah, I honestly don't even know. I know with like phones, specifically the iPhone, I would assume it works for other phones too. But like the more you use your phone, like the thing about the battery, it can never get its full potential after it's So like your battery after years is gonna be a little bit weaker than when you first got it. So batteries naturally just go down over time. Like the amount of charge it can hold. They're never gonna. I feel like 3/4 of lobbies are AIs. Shoot, dude. As long as they're bad and I'm getting free kills, I'm down, man. Nice thing you got an iPhone. You have a Samsung. Isn't the batteries better with Samsung? I'm not a fan of Samsung. I feel like the graphics on it are. Maybe I'm just not used to it. I'm just not a fan. I know there's like different things you can do on it. One of my friends has, I'm not sure what kind of Android, it's some type of Android, Samsung. I don't know. Most people I know have iPhones. So my friend has the 11, I have the 10XR. I should have got the X. I could have. I ended up getting the, like my 7. For some reason the battery kept messing up. I couldn't like turn it on or something. I don't know what it was. It wasn't the battery because I got a new battery and it still didn't work. But I ended up getting the 8. I probably should have got the 10. I kind of like how the screen, there's no home button, just like a full screen. I kind of like that about the iPhone X. Like in a bush or something? But I got the 8 instead of the 10. Instead of the X. Do you think the new consoles give... Yeah, I think the new consoles, I'm pretty sure they do give 120. That's what I was hearing. I was hearing that the new Xbox and PS4 are giving out a lot better FPS. The thing is, if you play on a 60 Hz monitor, you have to get a new monitor. How do I know this dude isn't getting a bush? How did I know? Rid of this guy. That's what you get for bush camping. I'm gonna get one of these medis off before I fight this other guy that was spamming the rockets at me. I heard Xbox One can get 120 FPS but in one games. I'm pretty sure like any game, because the thing with the I don't think games are specifically capped at FPS. It's more your monitor and what it can handle. That makes sense. So I'm pretty sure any game. But I don't know. I could be wrong with that, actually. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Said Young, who is one BH member you haven't been in a 1v1? I didn't really play too many people. I don't know if I have anyone I haven't like beat before. I didn't play too many 1v1s against other people in BH. They're kind of just doing their own thing. I do love to play 1v1s though. Oh, it's 60? I said I've been using controller settings. When your new settings for controller. I already made a settings video for this season. I don't know if I made it a couple of days ago. I don't know if you've checked it out yet. Yeah, when they do up the frames, you have to get something that supports it. I'm pretty sure my TV can. Man, these guys are playing so mad slow. So what do I think about Arena Duos coming out? Honestly, I'm pretty excited about Arena Duos, because the thing is, because Duos is my favorite game mode, to be honest. Like I think solos is pretty fun, but I feel like solos can get boring. Like if you're just playing by yourself, it's a lot more fun when I play it on stream. But if you're just playing solos by yourself, I feel like they do get a little bit bland, and then sometimes you don't really feel like playing squads with 4 people, and especially like an arena type thing. So I'm actually pretty excited when they bring out the duos back into Arena. I did like Trios Arena too. Trios Arena was still fun as well. They should bring back Silenced SMG. I agree, man. I freaking love the Silence one. I think the damage was on it was better too. And it just felt better. Alright, these guys are gonna play, so I'm just gonna sit slow. We're dubbing this game. We're dubbing this game. I use an Elite controller for Xbox. Oh no, I literally coned him too. Oh. Got him, coach. Alright, 1v1. wish I could get more traps. I didn't. Oh no, dude! I hit him for 120. No way. Oh, dude. How weak was this player? Dude, I hit him for 180 in that box too, and then I hit him for like 130. I bopped him too. That's unlucky. That's unlucky. Yeah, the dude is so weak, man. That's unlucky. Let's see what we rocking. Flip, mate. I kind of like this pickaxe, actually. I can't like it. Could have called it. No, I didn't have any mats. I don't know if I could have. Okay, myth. Yeah, I didn't have any mats. That's why I couldn't. Man, I hit him for as much as I could, too. I hit him for a headshot. Straight domer. Alright, guys. I'm probably going to wrap up the stream here. Probably going to grab some food. Make my video for... I think I'm going to make a high ground retake video tomorrow. So if you guys are interested, make sure you guys slap on that notifications if you guys want to check it out. But I appreciate you guys stopping by the stream for those guys who watched. And for those of you guys who were in the chat. But I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.